Hello.
Hey,
Yo.
what's up, everybody? Welcome to FNG podcast episode. I'm gonna say either 11 or 12. I'm not really sure. We've done so many of these, I don't even know. But if I'm doing the intro, that means Verbal's not here right now, but he will be joining us soon enough. I think he should be here in about 20 or 25 minutes. He's coming back from another trip to somewhere where it's hot and sweaty, like he is.
Did you just say Verbal's hot and sweaty?
Yep,
You did.
I
Believe you
don't
did.
know why, dude. Just to fill in for Verbal, we have two guests today. One is Tmartn, and the other one is Mr. Dunkus. So, what's up, guys?
How's it
What's
going?
going on, man?
Yeah, we had to have two guests. One to fill in for Verbal because Verbal never shuts up. So we have to have two guests to fill in for him, man. Because this guy, he probably takes up like, well, I swear to God, 60% of the whole podcast, man.
Talking about advertising stories.
Oh yeah. He'll give you like advertising, like fucking percentages and whatnot, and bore the whole team to death. But let's move on with that, man. We've all been playing Black Ops, right?
Mm-hmm. Of
Right.
course.
All right, and I've seen a lot of criticism over Twitter, YouTube, blah blah blah, about different perks being either overpowered or overused or stuff like that. I want to know what's your opinion on stuff like Ghost and Second Chance.
I guess I can start. I was just in a game before this podcast, and the lobby, we won the game, and then in the lobby, somebody recognized me and Bash, and we played him again. And there was 5 out of the 6 guys we were playing Domination. 5 out of 6 were using Ghost, and 4 out of those 5 were using Silent Spaz 12s. It was easy mode, but not seeing them on UAVs was frustrating. So what I would do, I would just camp and get my SR, and then I would go on a
Right.
killing spree connecting the dots, and then I would
Right.
die. I would die once that ran out, and then get my SR again. It was frustrating to see the counter or the regular spy playing up and only see one dot. But I mean,
But does it come across as something that's either game breaking or really like? Because some people on Twitter are taking it to an extent where it's like they're declaring war on TryHard over Ghost. You know what I mean?
I don't think it's that bad. People complain way too much on it.
Are you thinking of
Don't drop any names.
No. I don't want to say.
Because I love those tweets. Just saying that.
Yeah, dude. Like they're hilarious. But I mean, like sometimes I just feel that maybe people are starting arguments over something that isn't really there, in my personal opinion. But,
Yeah.
Uh,
I mean, it's annoying, but it's not like, I don't know, it's not game breaking. Like, people expect this game to be greatness, and you get whatever, you get when you play the game, and then you make your decision. And nothing to me is game breaking about it. Like, it's not going to ruin the game for me. I'm having fun, so that's all that matters.
Right.
Yeah.
What about something like Second Chance? I know Larry's a big fan of Second Chance, and like he'll fucking he'll rage quit over Second Chance. But to me, it's really nothing, man. Like I don't have a problem with Second Chance. It's just one more bullet in my gun, so I don't see the big problem, man.
The thing with second chances, I can see 2 guys. I shoot the one that's looking at me, and I think he's dead, so I go up to the next guy, and then I go back to the guy that's in second chance and end up getting killed by the second guy. So it breaks the flow of the game. Like, you think you kill a guy, and then you have to go back to him.
Right.
Exactly.
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, like, my problem with Second Chance is just that second of invincibility. Because I remember Vonderhaar tweeting about how they have to have invincibility, otherwise it wouldn't be a useful perk. And it's just like, take it out and let it be a useless perk.
But they
Because
have
when it-
invincibility now, right?
No,
No, they
No.
still have it.
not at all.
Oh, it's not half as bad as it was in Modern Warfare 2, though.
Well, yeah, it's better, but it's still there. So, like Dungus said, it really slows it down because you literally can't kill them until they're actually on the ground. So you have to focus on them before you move on to anything else.
I don't know. I've seen to. I don't know if it's just me, but sometimes
You don't move. That's why it doesn't seem like a fucking problem.
Man, just like these guys rip on my style of play over and over. I don't know. It's maybe because I got better stats than they do, but
Obviously. All day.
dude, I'm a whatever. But I don't know. Like I seem to be able to shoot people while they're going into last stand. I don't know if it's just me, but like the whole animation where they're thrown backwards and they're falling to the ground. I feel like if I shoot them one time while they're falling down, then I think it cancels that whole thing. But maybe it's just me, man.
No, I'm not even joking. I was playing earlier, and I was using the silent AK-74, and I literally got, I'm not even exaggerating, like 7 hit markers as he went down, and then once he hit the floor, I got the kill. So
Yeah.
it was like doot, dead.
I think maybe like my huge problem with second chances is I run into it way more often than anyone else because I play. My wife wants to play video games. Like she likes to play Black Ops when we play combat training. Every fucking bot has second chance on. Every fucking bot. So I
Oh,
just
yeah.
see it like maybe 3 times as more than like anyone else does in just regular gameplay. And like even my wife will fucking rage. Like I should really record her live, and she'll be like, "What the fuck? That's fucking bullshit." Just because she shot the dude, and then of course he panic knifed her while he was laying there, shot her.
What's that perk where you have to kill people using, stuns and Nova?
Tac mask.
Tac mask.
Yeah, that's how I got my Tac Mask Pro, man. I just put on concussions or whatever, just throw that on the guy who's in last stand, boom, he's dead. I mean, I don't know. I kind of love when they have second chance. It's just one more bullet in my. I don't know. I'm not gonna argue you guys. I know you guys are all against it, but. Whatever, man. Like I hate more, a silent Galil with a ghost guy than anything else. But then again, I always run in a full party, so I can understand somebody bitching about that when they're playing by themselves because they don't get SRs as much as a full party does. So I
Well,
can see that being a problem.
well, what's funny is like me and Tino's the guy that's moderating the stream, and this other guy, I think it was Workby for Glory. We were playing headquarters, and we're all playing, and this team all runs Ghost, right? Like it's a full party, like a full party. And we have like 3 green bar nubbies on our team, and they're a full party. And at the end of the match, we beat them like 250 to like 20 or something like that. And they're bitching at us because we were running UAVs and counter UAVs for days, and they're all running Ghost. I was like, really?
That's
I mean,
one
there's-
more thing. They were like teams when they get beat, they got to call you out for something, right? And
Yeah.
they'll call you out for using 74 U's, FAMAS for using high kill streaks. But we got called out for using counter UAVs. We're like, what the fuck, man? Like what am I gonna have to use in order to beat you so that I get a good game out of you? Am I gonna
You have to turn off your kill streaks.
Yeah, no kill streaks, kills only. What? Like, seriously?
Right.
That reminds me of the game we played on demo on firing range. When we were on offense, we planned it really quick, and then when we were on defense, we kind of camped back and defended the bomb like you're supposed to do on demo. And at the end of the lobby, the guy was bitching at us for camping. So the next game, we got firing range again. So while we were on defense, we just went into their spawn and just killed them the second they spawned. And then he was bitching after the game, saying we were just spawn camping them. So it was
Yeah,
like,
I'm
what do
gonna
we
be
have to do?
posting that. I was recording the audio. I'm gonna be posting that for sure, dude. It was so funny. Like we didn't leave their spawn.
Have you seen the? I think it's the firing range. It's the offense. Yeah, it's on offense. If you press the washrooms, they'll spawn back white, like in that long back tin.
Yeah.
They will spawn literally on claymores. I've planted claymores in spawn points and gotten double kills off of those. I don't know if because I know the game calculates a spawn depending on the threat levels, like if there's an airstrike, if there's a guy aiming at that point, if there's whatever. But if the best possible spawn location is into my claymore, I want to see those other spawns and how bad they look. Because he could have had any fucking perk, anything. He was dead. So I don't know. Maybe they should. I think Hutch was tweeting about it. He wants Dom respawn delays. Not Dom,
Demo.
And I think that's a good thing because those high KD games come from demo and Dom games. And
Thing is, I thought about that too, but if you put respawn delays on demo, then what they're going to do, what it's going to do is allow the enemy team to push farther into their spawn while they're not spawning.
so
Yeah.
people would be sitting just aiming at spawns.
So if you get a couple kills on defense, then you'll have 5 seconds to run into their spawn even more.
Then there probably isn't a solution for demo balance, I guess.
There's really not. I mean, if one team's that much better than the other, because you can't flip the spawns in demo, you just kind of out of luck, just kind of back out.
Firing range is terrible, man. I've had people spawn into my sights and stuff. I don't
Oh
know.
yeah.
I just feel like I can't even post those games, man, because it just looks like cheating. Like I'm just sitting there just aiming at this one spawn. 3 guys spawn there, get a triple spray, calling a blackbird, and it's just game over. So. But let's go into GB because I know Tmartn comes from GB background. He's done a whole lot of that before, right?
Right. Yeah.
What about you, Matt? You play a lot of GB?
In World at War, I played 2 games of doubles. In Modern Warfare 2, I played like
Wait. There was World at War GB.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Me and Bendro were double team. We were 2-0. We were undefeated. We just stopped playing.
That's MLG legit for you right there.
We played these 2 guys that were on outskirts. You know that
Yeah.
big map with the 2 tanks. Well, they were in the church clock tower thing. The whole game with MP40 Jug. The whole game. But we ended up beating them. But it was just funny. They would always run back to that spot. I'll never forget it.
Was it a TDM?
Yep.
Oh yeah, TDMs on GB are terrible for camping, man. Like it's
I didn't know that back then.
I know. Like I played one TDM GB and I was like, nope, never again, because the game ended up being like 500 to like 36 or whatever. It was just stupid. I was like,
It's
I'm
crazy.
Not gonna play, like, yeah,
It's like mercenary team deathmatch on Array. Max
Oh.
scored 5,000.
I wanted to play CTF, but I could never find a GB CTF game. It was just impossible for me.
It's all S&D
Oh, dude.
or variant.
I cannot play SNG.
Yeah,
man. It's just
Yeah,
so, I
MLG
don't know.
variant.
People say it's like a smart man's Call of Duty, but I just feel it's so luck based, and it's the only. Okay, this is my argument for S&D. It's the only game mode where people cannot play the objective and still win.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like you
Yeah,
kill
it's-
everybody. Like you can go 7 rounds in GB without planting a bomb, and everything's fine.
Yeah, it's a chess match, really. You know.
Killing people in S&D is still the objective, though.
Right.
Yeah.
But
Technically, because you still win. It's like that's the objective: either kill the people or plant the bomb.
I feel there should be a respawn until a bomb is planted, and then no more respawn or something like that. I don't know. It's just
That's pretty good. I like
That
that.
would be weird.
Yeah, it would. Like as soon as
I
you
would
plant the
definitely
bomb
play
on
S&D
offense, then
more.
you get no more respawn. It's kind of like a headquarters Sabo type thing.
I think the main reason I don't play Search and Destroy is because I would be so shit-faced after like 2 matches. Just sitting there for just waiting. Because I die so quickly. It's like Search is not for me. Like I just rush and run around all day, put my head between my legs, and I'm just going. And if I got a drink in my hand, I'm gonna finish that drink in like 1 match, and then I'm only good for like an hour. So
Larry's the compulsive rager. He's the screamer of the group. You know, we all have that one screamer in the group who likes to.
I'm not the screamer, dude. I'm the professional shit talker of the group.
Yeah. How old are you, Larry? Again?
I'm 27.
He's 27. He'll talk a 13-year-old to shit his pants. It's not but you know what he does? Like people call him out. They'll be like, "Oh, you have no life, blah blah blah. You have no like, you never seen a pussy, whatever." Larry's like, "Yeah, all right, no, hold on a second." He'll mute his mic, get his girlfriend, like his wife, on the mic, and she'll start talking shit to them. She'll be like, "What's up, bitch?" It's hilarious. Like his wife is the worst shit talker ever.
It's awesome.
Yeah. That's actually pretty cool because I know Dunkus, you're married, right?
Yeah,
And how old are you? You're 27, 28?
27.
27. And you married your high school sweetheart, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy. My wife's my high school sweetheart. I was actually whenever we have
Nice.
whenever we have guests on the podcast, I always go back and try to find like their earliest video and just start listening to it. And I was watching your first commentary, your free for all on Wasteland
Yeah.
and Modern Warfare 2. And when you mentioned that, I was like, oh no shit, that's crazy. So good
Yeah, that's a pretty
good little tidbit.
That commentary took me so long to do, and it's still terrible.
Your first commentary ever?
Yeah, I try to do it. I get off work at 5 every day, so I would come home and then just start trying to do recordings. I was trying to do it all in one take, and I did my intro literally over 100 times probably because I would do the intro, then mess up something down the line. Then I just finally
man.
just gave in to pressure. I was like, I'm just going to do the intro and then stop the recording and then start over fresh, like do it in pieces because I couldn't do it in one take.
Oh yeah, dude. My first video was like a 7-minute thing on Modern Warfare 2. I started really, really late, and it probably took me, I kid you not, like 6 hours to record. I started at like maybe 10 o'clock at night. I tried it until it was like 2 o'clock in the morning. Then finally gave up, went to bed, and did it the next morning. It was god awful. But
Yeah.
I think we got a good topic here for. Here's a guy here, B Frank from the stream. He talks about. He wants to know what's the most awkward moment in your life that you've ever had. So who wants to go with that one?
Oh wow. That's like Johnny on the spot right there, huh?
Yeah. It's been in the fucking Skype chat forever, so I've probably had time to think about it.
Oh.
I'm trying to think.
The
Since
most.
I'm the one reading it, I go last. This is good.
No, you go first. In the Sky chat forever.
Awkward moment? Do I got an awkward moment? Let's see. I think. Okay, yeah. Here's a good one. I was in high school. I was like maybe 15 or 16, and single, and the whole dating thing was not my like. I was more like a
An
sports
introvert?
guy. What?
An introvert?
No, dude. Like I played just sports and shit, and just basically focused on that. Girls weren't really my thing, and I was
Discovering your sexuality?
I don't tell stories because no, but I had this my high school sweetheart, whatever, and we were dating, but I went on this cruise without her, and we ended up splitting up when I came back because I had seen this other girl back on the boat, whatever, and I didn't want to tell my girlfriend at the time that I had seen this other chick on that one boat. But I told everybody else about it because, I'm 15 and I want to brag to my friends that I've seen this chick on a boat, right? So,
Oh man.
yeah. But, my girlfriend wants to know what's up, but I'm avoiding her for the whole day. And she comes into the guys' locker room because I'm in there getting ready for a basketball game or whatever. And she walks in and she's like, all right, Matt, we got to talk. 'Cause my name's Matthew. And she's like, we got to talk. But half the guys are not really all that dressed, and everybody like she doesn't give a shit, right? She wants to know what's up with me, so she's all like, "We gotta talk," and I'm like, "Okay," and all the guys leave, but they're all like butt naked, right? So that was a pretty awkward moment for me, but it was a pretty good moment for everybody else because they had fun. But that's my story, man.
I got a pretty awkward one that I told. I don't know if I told this on the YAGB or not, but my wife now, but my girlfriend at the time, we were at my parents' house and they were out to eat. And we were just messing around on the floor, like, just being high schoolers, making out and doing whatever. And my parents, usually I can hear the garage door open because it's right off the family room. And I didn't hear them open the garage door. And then they started unlocking the man door to come in. I was like, shit, get off, get off. So I rolled over to my side. My pants were undone. And I laid on my side, they couldn't see my belt and pants were undone. And she got up on the couch, and my dad walked in, and I was like, you guys are supposed to call me before you come home or something like that. Something that came out of my mouth that shouldn't have came out. Like, it was obvious.
So obvious.
It's obvious that we were messing around. And ever since then, my dad gives me shit. He's like, next time we come home, I'll give you a call so you guys aren't messing around on the floor. But they walked by, and as soon as they went in the other room, I stood up and button my pants and stuff.
Did the old flip-up trick?
Yeah.
That's the universal trick. It always works, man.
I thought my mom was going to be like, here, come here and look at this. So I'd have to get up with my pants undone.
Man.
But
I think
I got lucky.
I don't know. I've got so many embarrassing moments. It's ridiculous because I really have no shame. All right. So basically one day I skipped school, got in a whole bunch of trouble, got caught out because I had a state championship to play in baseball. And so my dad had to come pick me up at this broke down car that my girlfriend's friend had stolen. And yeah, anyways, he picks me up. We go play this baseball game, and I come back, and of course my mom had been sitting home the whole time, and she had been livid that I was out, skipping school and being the bad kid that I was. So she decided to search my room. So I come home, and on my desk in my room is open condom wrappers, not like the used condom, but open condom wrappers, bongs, cigarettes, and lighters, and then try to explain that to your mother. Yeah, that was that was it for me when I just saw all that laying on my desk and my mom sitting on my desk chair. I was like, fuck.
T, you got a good one? Oh, did we lose? Oh yeah, we lost Tmartn. All right. So I guess he didn't have a story, so he bailed. No, I guess he just got disconnected. But here's another good question here from iNoshXD. He says, what made you guys want to start posting gaming videos on YouTube? That's a pretty good one. I'm sure we've all covered this in our videos, but just for the sake of the podcast.
I guess I'll start. My dog's crying. I hope you can't hear that. But what made me want to start was actually watching. I started watching CNERs. That was the first one I ever watched, but I went on from there and I started watching Woody's videos, and he always bragged about how he always had strong teammates to play with and he never lost and all this stuff. And this was before Huppet, so I had like a group of 5 real life friends that we played with all the time. Benbro was one of them. He still is. But the other 4 guys worked second shift, and we only got to game like an hour a night because they had to go to work or they were just getting off when I was going to bed. And I wanted more teammates to play with. So I started a channel around the same time Ben did. We kind of decided to do it at the same time. And our goal was really to meet people and just to put out entertaining videos for people to watch and enjoy, and ended up turning into something cool. But my original goal, I guess, was to meet a bunch of people and kind of meet these YouTube personalities that I watched for so long.
I feel we have like the exact same kind of start, except maybe like a year later, because I got onto this whole thing exactly for that reason. Like, I was tired of losing, so I started, YouTubing, kind of look at some good players and see what they were doing, and I wasn't half bad, but I was just... Oh, wait, Tmartn's back. Let's just add him real quick. There we go. But, I was just tired of losing, and I wanted to meet some good players, and, my real-life friends weren't really all that good either, so...
That was a fail.
Yeah, you got disconnected right there?
Yeah, my speakers are right next to my little power strip, and I always move the volume with my toe.
It's like he did it again.
He was probably doing it, and as he did it, he disconnected himself. But he's still online, so here we go. Let's add him again. If
What is going on?
I don't know. Did you move your volume with your toe again and failed?
No. It told me there was an error.
I don't know. Skype is retarded sometimes.
We're good now, I think.
So we skipped your answer, but we went to a new question, which was... Oh, wait. Let me find it again.
What made
Why
you
did
get
you
into
start YouTube?
Yeah.
Right, yeah. Why'd you start YouTube? Or
Am I
what
up?
made you start YouTube?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was still playing competitive, and one day I just came across, I believe it was FPS Kyle was the first commentator I ever saw, and I thought it was a really cool thing that he was doing. I'd never seen anything like that before, and I was really starting to get kind of fed up with playing competitively because it took so much time, and it was really cutting into my social life and stuff. And I wanted to stay involved with gaming, and people in the gaming community, but I didn't really want to put as much time as competitive gamers do. So I thought I would try out YouTube, and I don't know, it's been a lot of fun so far.
So instead, you decided to spend all your time doing YouTube videos.
Right. But I don't know, I'm having a lot more fun with this because it's more of have fun, hang out, interact with subs, interact with other commentators over, bust your ass all night running scrims and all that other crap that involves competitive stuff.
Yeah, just being stressed out all the goddamn time.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Yeah, trying to clutch an SND and failing, and having to bear the whole weight of your loss on your shoulders. I don't know.
It's like
One of the
losing the
coolest
state
things-
championship.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
One of the coolest things I think is I've actually met legitimate friends from this. I have their phone numbers. We're gonna go out to PAX East together and hang out, and it's just I know that I could call up, for instance, S&Ds. He's the first one that really got me started, and I could call him. I could probably call him and borrow money from him. That's how. He's my friend. I can call him my friend now, so that's pretty cool.
Is it?
Yeah.
Do your friends, like real life friends, find it weird that you have friends on Skype that you feel close enough to meet and because I know my girlfriend, she doesn't understand, because we're supposed to be recording a live FNG podcast somewhere in the March time or whatever.
Yep.
And I'm gonna meet with Verbal and Larry in New York, and we're gonna have this big thing. But my
Oh, that'll be awesome.
What?
I said that'll be awesome.
Yeah, dude, it should be awesome because Verbal has this kick-ass place near Times Square, whatever. But my girlfriend just doesn't understand the fact that we could meet in real life. She's like, why are you meeting these people who are on YouTube? And I'm like, well, because they're friends, and I spend a lot of time with them. I spend more time on my computer than I do with friends and family and stuff like that. And It's kind of a sad thing I'm saying right now.
You're just depressing the shit out of yourself.
No, but like I'm having a whole lot of fun doing this, man, and I'm getting really, really involved. And I just think it's great. You know, I don't know why people, you know, it's kind of like a taboo thing. You know, like what do? Oh, I do YouTube videos. You know, like
Yeah.
I got one friend that's very, very unsupportive. Other than that one guy, it's pretty much everybody doesn't care. I mean, they make fun of me sometimes, but I just brush it off. But this one guy, he was one of the original 4 that I played with, or 5 out of the group before I started YouTube. And I think it's more of a jealousy thing, because one time he got me and Bendro in a party chat. We were playing with him, and it was right when we first got on Machinima, and you still had to get 20,000 views to do anything. But now all the views count or whatever. I don't really know, but he was like, "So how do you guys get paid for Machinima?" And we were explaining stuff to him, and he was like, "Well, I just want to let you guys know that I will not be doing my part to help you hit those views." It's like, wow.
Oh,
just
What?
out of the blue like that?
Yeah.
Like
He
a
was
real life friend?
It's like, I'm not watching your videos. I'm never playing with you if you're playing with YouTube people. Like one time I was in his party chat. Me and him were playing, and Justra joined our party because I was I was online. And he just joined the party, and all of a sudden it said Justra has left the party. And Justra on Skype, he was like, "What the fuck? He just booted me? That asshole!"
wow. Wow.
Okay, so your real life friend
Dude.
kicked Juicer out of a party.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm saying Juicer, if you want to join my party, all day. No problems at all. That's...
I mean, what kind of an asshole friend is that, dude? Like, I don't know.
I think it's mainly jealousy because we play with the YouTube people more than him now.
Yeah.
He's mad. He misses how it used to be, I guess. But it's his fault for. I mean, it's not really. I don't know. He
his fault
He
for
was one of the
sucking.
ones that. Yeah, he was one of the ones that worked second shift. So we played. He got off when he was getting off work at around 11. I was going to bed, so we barely got to play together anyway. And then he switched to Battlefield, and I didn't. So we played together even less. So.
Yeah.
I've been there too. I've gone, you know, some of my real life friends have removed me from Xbox, so I just don't play with them anymore. Like one guy kept on joining session on me, and you know, it's written on my thing, join session equals banned or whatever. And this guy, like, cause okay, I'm French, so all my real life friends are French, and all my, you know, Xbox Live friends are English. So I'm in this lobby with, you know, 5 guys who are all sub to me, whatever, and we're having just a bunch of fun, just, you know, pub stomping or whatever. And this guy, he's pretty good, so he joins our session. And he starts speaking French, and I'm like, hey, you know, what's up, blah, blah, blah. And he you know, camps in a corner with Ghost and shoots down our UAVs and shit. And so all of my Xbox friends are, like, just telling him, you know, get the fuck out, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, you know what, dude, you probably shouldn't be joining session on us. And he's like, oh, yeah? Well, I won't be anymore. He just removes me, bans me, and sends me dick pics now, so. I do, like this guy, he has an Xbox Live, he has an Xbox webcam, and whenever you piss him off in the lobby, he'll send you a picture of his dick.
That's
Nice.
gay.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Yeah, dude, like he bought the actual
Really
Xbox
mature.
webcam. Like he's the only person I know who has that stuff and who actually, he's fucking, how old is he? He's probably 25 years old, man, and he just doesn't give a fuck. Like he doesn't.
Yep.
He's been banned over and over again from Xbox Live because you know you can report that stuff.
He'll be
Yeah.
on Dateline soon enough. Chris Hansen will be talking to him.
Oh, yeah, dude,
Like, so, why are you sending pictures of your dick to 12-year-olds over this video game console?
I'm not even kidding, man. Like he'll send that picture. Like he has one picture of like I think it's his balls or whatever, and he has like one picture, and he'll send it like probably 3 times a night. He just has it saved. He's like, yeah, you want a picture of my dick, dude? Here you go. and like you'll see like a 5-minute silent, and then it's like, ooh, what the fuck? All right. I think it's time to get another question here. How about this?
Gosh.
Mixing real life friends with GG.
What about I mean, we kind of were on topic with it a little bit there, but what Hutch tweeted, because you know Hutch is with She Hutch, so he's talking about how the separation between YouTubing and you know your own real life, and I guess Dunkus kind of touched on that a little bit, but like, what's the difference? Tmartn, does everyone know what you do like in real life? Do they know that you're like this YouTube beast, this gaming monster, or is it just like something you have on the side that's your own little thing?
I tried to keep it as my own little thing for a while because I mean, throughout a lot of high school, I've been kind of the jock, and I haven't been a nerd at all or anything, or you know whatever you want to say about that. So I tried to keep it on the down low. You know, I didn't know how people would interpret this, but
Oh,
There he goes.
This guy with Skype. Alright, so I guess we won't be getting his answer anytime soon.
And surprisingly, it's going pretty well. I mean, it's not. I'm finally coming out of the closet. Coming out of the closet on this thing.
Okay, Tmartn, just to clear
Your
things
mic's
up,
cutting out, bro.
It started as
What?
an intro, and then it came back as coming out of the closet. That's what
Oh man.
this is epic.
Wait, so you didn't hear any of that?
No, we just heard.
your intro, and then we heard coming out of the closet. I swear to God, it's gonna be epic. It's gonna be
Okay,
Go again.
so let me restart here. I'm sorry, my Astros have been messing up lately. You can ask Dunkus, but anyways, I was saying, for the most part throughout high school, I've been kind of more of the jock and stuff like that, and I haven't really tried to let people know about this. I've tried to keep it on the down low. But lately, it seems like a lot more people are finding out. I don't really know how, but in the past, it was just a couple friends that knew about it, and now it seems like a lot of people are asking me about it. And I mean, surprisingly, it's going pretty well. I mean, it's not like people have a problem with it, so that's not really what I was expecting, though.
No, Tmartn does jumps and spots in real life.
Oh yeah.
How to get to your class the fastest.
He's like that FPS Russia, but high school moments.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
I've tried to keep real life and YouTube separate for the longest time. Like even when people like, I don't know how, but my uncle started asking me about stuff, and I was just like, I just try to keep it separate. I don't know. I'm not at the point yet where I feel like everybody should know in real life.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know why.
I'm kind of the same way, but I think mine's a little bit different because, like, I'm in the military, so like the things that I say and do and the way that I act have to be completely separate from like real life, especially like online. Not that I'm like any different personality wise, but just, I can't talk about maybe some of the stories or some of that shit maybe might be able to get me in trouble. So I try to keep it separately. But I've got a couple guys in my office that they play the game, and one of my troops is yeah, I really would shit talk a 12-year-old and punch him in the face, but no, like I try to keep it as separate as possible, not because like I'm embarrassed about anything that I say, because I really am shameless, but like I have so much freedom without the military, and when you bring the military aspect into it, like it takes away a lot of what I'm able to say and do. So I think that's one of the main reasons. But other than that, I mean, like I haven't told my mom, but because my mom doesn't know how to use a fucking computer. My dad doesn't have a computer, so he could care less. And I mean, my wife has done a dual call with me, so she's all right with it. So
Yeah, my wife's cool with it. The the thing that really creeps me out, I have a Facebook fan page. There's only like 500 people that are fans of me, so it's not like I don't advertise it. It's just in my description. I don't really care, but I interact with those people every once in a while. Then I randomly one time I was looking through my friends that follow my fan page, and my wife's mom is one of them.
Oh man.
Your wife's. Oh, that's nice.
that's awesome.
I know she doesn't. I mean, she's cool. She doesn't care, but it's just weird to me.
Yeah.
Did she like understand? Like, if you're like, oh, did you guys see my latest video? I totally pwned those two kids at second chance. Does she like get that, or is it just like
She doesn't ever comment on it, but she is a fan.
She's keeping
And I guess-
tabs, man.
Yeah, exactly. Ooh, look out.
My wife's friends also know about it, and that kind of embarrassed me at first. We were having coffee with one of her friends and her boyfriend. So we were sitting there, and I guess the conversation turned to YouTube, and I guess her boyfriend has been subscribed to me for a long time. And I was really embarrassed because my wife's friend is my wife was a cheerleader, so she's friends with all these like ditzy type girls that really think like video games are for nerds. So I was really worried about how they were going to react, but I guess she thought it was pretty cool, so.
There you go.
On the same topic, I met this one guy through like a business deal or whatever. We were just having this one beer at a bar one night, and he's like, "So what do you do at night?" I'm like, I like to do YouTube videos and stuff." So I started talking about the whole YouTube subscriber thing, because half the people don't even know that you can subscribe to people on YouTube. So I was like, "Yeah, you can make an account and you subscribe." He's like, "Hey, dude, I'll help you out. I'll subscribe." I'm like, he's like, "How many do you need to get big?" I'm like, a lot. And he's like, "Dude, I'll tell my friends." I'm like, "No, you don't understand. Like, I need New York to subscribe to me." And he's like, "Oh, oh well, never mind then. And he never subscribed. I'm like, just fuck you, dude. Oh shit, I think Verbal's back. Okay.
Nice.
So let's get Verbal in here. I'm not even gonna ask him. I'm just gonna call him. Because, well, Verbal. We all know that.
What's up, guys?
What's up, buddy?
What's going on?
Verbal.
What's up? Hey, Dunkus. Sorry to be late, guys.
Well,
Hey, you know what? You do it. You got to take 12 vacations a fucking month. That's fine, dude. Whatever you got to do.
Wow, it sounds like there's a little bit of jealousy there, buddy. A little bit of green going on there.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just need to start working that corner a little bit more, and I'll be on a vacation soon.
By the way, I did get sunburnt though, so do you feel a little bit of sympathy for me, or it's a little on my
No,
forehead?
not really, dude, because I saw those pics you were tweeting, so no, I don't feel bad for you at all.
It's painful though. Maybe you could come over and rub some cream on me.
So wait,
Oh, okay. I'll be there.
Tell us, Verbal. Where did you go? Because I don't even know.
St. Thomas in the Virgin Islands. It's one of the American Virgin Islands, and I was on an island there. Yeah, it was fun.
So you got out of the country while staying in the country, right?
Yeah, it was kind of weird. Your cell phone works and everything. So like you arrive and it's. I had a tweeting war with Larry on Thursday morning. It was kind of weird.
You don't even go through customs, right? Is that what it is?
Oh yeah, nothing, not at all.
Oh, that must be sweet though.
It's kind of weird.
I'm jealous.
Yeah. Well, Verbal.
It's like 18.
Verbal
See,
is.
here's the thing, Tmartn. Like, if there's a way for me to convince you to run into advertising, this would probably be the one moment where I can really say that advertising really does help every once in a while.
Okay. I just want to say, FPS Kyle has nothing on Verbal 1781.
Yeah, for real.
Motherfucker, have you guys seen the setup video? It's not even funny.
Oh, yeah, that was amazing.
Yeah, I saw it. It's awesome.
Yeah, thanks for the love on that, Dunkus. That was very kind of you.
It was an awesome video, dude.
It was
Gotta give
fun.
you some
I tell you, like when I started coming up with the idea for it, I was like, because my subs came to me and they're like, "Yo, you should do some comment came up and it was like, "Yo, Verbal, do a setup video for us," and I'm like, "Fuck no, like that sounds boring as shit." I've seen so many of those, and like, I mean, I love Onslaught, but Mike, I would, if you ever listen to this, I got through like 3 minutes of yours, and that was the most I ever watched of anyone's, and I'm like, I'm done.
I just watch setup vids to see the guy's face. That's all I watch it for.
Yeah.
So you can masturbate?
Yeah.
I just kept watching whenever Mike was looking at himself in the mirror.
Yeah, I know, right?
Kept rewinding.
He's holding the camera like if he's weightlifting.
I know. He had to wear that sleeveless shirt showing off to everybody.
Oh, yeah. That was all planned.
It's like, I just got back from a run, so you guys ready to see my monitors?
I'm all sweaty, and let's go look at my tridents. So wait, Verbal, tell us more about your trip.
I don't know what you want me to tell you, man. It was just kind of a summit for one of the publishers. I'm not going to tell you guys too much like details because there's like no real point. But basically, like a publisher. So say people we spend money with. So like think Google, Facebook, any website that you can put advertising on. As an agency, we spend money with those people, and then one of the publishers was very kind enough to offer us down there, and they have like a digital summit for their year, and they talk about I don't know what's going on and what's going on in the digital landscape, and how much money we spend, and what we do well and what we do right and what we can do better, and it's basically just a bullshit excuse to get us all down there and get us drunk for 4 days straight, which is basically what we did.
It's basically a boring type shit on the beach.
Yeah,
That's good. But let's move on to our next topic, which is upcoming games. Now, Black Ops has been played, and we all love I'm guessing we all love the game, right? Nobody hates it, right?
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I love it.
All right, so I guess we'll all be playing that. But is any other game that's coming out, near 2011?
Wait,
Gears of War
what was
3.
the game you just talked about?
No, I have a list of games here I can read off. But are you guys looking forward to anything in 2011
Oh,
besides
Elder
the next Call of
Elder Scrolls for days.
Elder Scroll? Wait, what the fuck is Elder Scroll?
Wow, that's weird, Dunkus.
That's an RPG, right?
Yeah, I played Morrowind a lot on regular Xbox. Then I never got into. I don't even know what the one on 360 is. I never got into that Oblivion.
Oh yeah.
But the next one coming out, Skyrim or Scrim or whatever, it looks amazing.
So you're an RPG fan?
I guess the more adventure RPGs. If you give me like Final Fantasy VII, I'll shoot myself. But
What? No, because I was going that way. I was like, I'm not gonna play any RPG besides the Final Fantasy series.
no,
'cause-
I hate turn-based RPGs. They're horrible.
No, but they're not turn-based anymore. That's the thing.
Yeah, the battles are, aren't they?
No. They switch everything up. Like it's all real time. Well,
No, I just watched I watched a Wings video before when he was playing the
Which one was it?
13 or 14.
I have to watch that, but like they're not like you can't just sit there and let your character like wait until the next attack or whatever. Like you have to actually be active. It's not Mortal Kombat, but it's not as turn-based as it used to be. Let's just put it.
Oh. Well, I really got into Morrowind because it was more like what Fable claimed it was going to be. Like whatever you choose will affect the outcome. I like that stuff.
Yeah, Morrowind was very, very good in that way. Yeah, huge fan of that game.
Alright.
Wait, am I looking at the same list that you guys are looking for? Like our
Yep.
you know, the silent FNG Tino's just gave us.
Yep.
Yes.
There's so little on this list. I'm not looking forward to. Like I'm trying to find a title right now that I'm like, oh, I wouldn't play that. And like
Well,
Forza Motorsport. I'm not a racing fan. I wouldn't play that.
I would
I-
play Zelda, but I don't have a
Kidding me,
Wii.
dude? I bought a fucking Wii for the first Zelda game.
Yeah. I would play it, but I don't want to play on the Wii, so I'm not gonna play it.
My girlfriend's
I'm
next room.
looking
She's
forward
yelling
to
at me
Gears of
because
War
she's
3.
like, "Oh
Wait,
yeah."
what?
Gears of War 3.
Gears. See, I bought Gears 1 yesterday.
Dude,
Because-
I know we need to hit it up. Like that is my shit.
Because-
Like it's a little bit slower now, but
No,
that's
but, dude,
that's what I grew up on
No,
multiplayer.
no. It was terrible because Jugs, I played with a whole lot. He's like, dude, get Gears. We'll just play Gears, right? So I download Gears. We start playing it, and we try to get into a multiplayer server. It's just me and him. That's all it is. I cannot get into a server. It's not possible.
Yeah, it's years old and you don't know how to search, dude. You don't know what you're searching for. That's why.
Oh, okay, what? Are you some fucking kind of like Gears GB player?
Yeah, I used to. I used to play
that's-
GB
that's-
Gears.
That's
That
where
stuff's
Larry
intense.
started.
Wait,
That's where I started playing like multiplayers. Like I jumped into, like I got Gears. I hurt my back, so I couldn't do anything for like a month. And I bought Gears because the graphics were crazy, and I figured I'd try multiplayer. And then I jumped into a game, and I hear some kid saying, "Get raped, nub," and I was like, "What the fuck is this shit?" I was like, "Who the fuck is this little 12-year-old telling me to get raped?" And I proceeded to get raped for about a month or so, and then I figured.
to get raped in every game. I'm just-
That's because
saying.
I move around, Seb. I don't just sit in one corner.
Oh.
Dude, call it games, baby.
Nice.
But no, I just started playing it, and I got I don't know, like top 500 out of in the world multiplayer, whatever it was. That was my ranking, I guess you could say.
Okay.
You guys, Star Wars fans? Anyone play The Old Republic?
Yeah,
Or
I was going to talk about that. I've heard really, really good reviews on it, but I'm not sure. It's kind of like an RPG type thing. So I'm just thinking Dunkus was going to play that.
Never got it. I'm not a Star Wars guy.
Yeah.
really?
No.
I saw it
Not
on
really.
G4. They gave it like really, really good reviews. So I might be looking into it, but I don't know. And every other game here just looks like I don't even know these games. Like what the fuck is Retribution and Torchlight 2, Red Faction?
Yeah,
Torchlight is like it's a computer game.
Oh.
It's like a top-down strategy game, I guess. Like a World of Warcraft maybe type thing. I've never played it, but this is my experience.
Hold on, you don't know Red Faction?
No, he's talking about Torchlight too.
No, but I know he mentioned Red Faction afterwards, going like, "What's Red
Yeah,
Faction?"
well, no, it rings a bell, but it's not something I like.
Red Faction's fucking awesome. It's really like political and colonialization of Mars and Red Faction. I literally played the last Red Faction to death. Like I love that game. You could take down everything, and you affected the stability of the planet's political system by becoming like a freedom fighter, and like freedom fighter meant terrorist. So you went and
Yay.
bombed shit, and it was awesome. Like I love that game.
So, can we all agree that nothing is going to dethrone Black Ops for the 2011?
No.
I don't think so.
No. No.
Like,
I mean,
people
like,
say they're getting bored, but it's not gonna move off the top spot.
Oh man,
No.
that was my
it's so fast paced. I think that's what people they'll go buy the newest game out there and they'll play it for a little while, but I mean, you want your fix, you're going to play Call of Duty because it's so fast paced. I mean, even like I don't play Search, but Search is so much more fast paced than even any other game. It's going to get your heart pumping,
Yeah.
I'm seeing
I honestly-
Battlefield 3
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I haven't really stepped outside of Call of Duty much. I mean, I've played Battlefield and I've played Halo, but other than that, a couple sports games here and there. That's about it. Haven't really
Yeah,
broadened my horizons.
I'm kind of that way. Like, I'll buy like a Final Fantasy game or like a Madden 2011 just to, pass the time in single player. But when it comes to hardcore, put fucking days and days and hours, I just stick to fucking.
Wait, are any of you guys PlayStation? Like, do you guys have PlayStations too?
I've got one.
Two?
Okay, so PlayStations as well. Like, do you have a PlayStation 3? So, Tmartn, do you have Uncharted?
No, I am gonna get that though. That does look really good.
Like, seriously, that was one of the games I like. People recommended to me because I like. Did you ever play Lara Croft?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
Wait.
I did.
Lara Croft.
Back on PS2, I did.
Yeah, on PS2, I played it too.
I mean, she's hot, and the game is amazing.
There was
and,
a hack to see her naked on PC.
yeah, I know.
I remember that.
What about for I guess for you guys that have the PlayStation? What about Max Payne? Do you guys remember that?
Yep.
Yeah.
Like
It was
that
on
was
Xbox.
Yeah, yep. I remember that was like mind blowing to me watching that. Like you could like slow yourself down. So
Yeah, that was like the
whatever.
first game to ever do that.
Yeah, well, there was that, and then what was the? There was another one too. I'm not gonna be able to think of it right now, but one he had a dog as his like sidekick.
Oh,
You could
yeah.
use him. You know what I'm talking about? That
Yep.
made me buy the Xbox.
I love that game.
Yeah, I can't fucking think of it. Damn it! But that was one reason I bought the Xbox. The first time I ever bought the Xbox, because I was a PlayStation, I guess, player for a while. I didn't do any multiplayer or anything like that, but Gran Turismo and all that good stuff.
What about Diablo 3? You guys want to play that when it comes out?
Yeah.
I've been looking forward to that game forever.
I've never played 1 or 2, but I hear good things.
They're really good.
Dude, it was awesome, man. But I don't know. Like,
It's Dead to Rights. There you go.
Yes,
Oh,
Dead to
that's-
Rights. Thank you.
Wait, what the fuck is Dead to Rights?
Dead
The
to
guy
Rights
with
was
his dog.
Oh,
Yep.
Oh,
Yeah, like the original Xbox, like one of the, it kind of like changed. I don't know, for me, like the way it seemed. I'm not like a big follower of companies that make games or developers or anything like that. But yeah, like that game, like I remember watching like previews on the TV, and I was like, "Whoa, that's crazy." So,
are we ready for one-up stories? I feel it's time.
yep,
Let's
I'm
do it.
good.
All right. Larry has. I think Verbo has one. Larry has one as well. T and Dunkus, do you guys have one at all? Or
One what?
okay. Yeah, you probably don't know. It's a one-up story where it's just like a crazy story you've had. You've either witnessed or you've had just something crazy, and we let the stream or either one of us judge whoever wins.
Oh, okay.
And it's just a crazy story.
All right, so I guess I'll go first. So I guess before the stream, or we started recording the podcast here, we were talking about Worcester, and that's where I was born, kind of raised off and on throughout my life, Worcester, Mass. So I'll tell a story about when I was I think I was a freshman in high school. I was about 13 years old, and I kind of give you an idea of the neighborhood that I grew up in. So my dad owned a 3-story apartment on Elizabeth Street in Worcester, Mass, which means nothing to you guys, but it's pretty ghetto over there. It's not a good place to live. It's not a good place to raise a family. But he owned it there, and he'd owned it since before I was a thought in his ball sack. So that's where I was. That's where I was born and raised. And so it was about 10 o'clock one night, and I remember I was watching a Lakers game. So this has been about 13 years ago. So yeah, I remember watching a Kobe Bryant game, and I hear pop, 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 and those are gunshots, and I knew what those were, so I immediately hit the floor, and it was quiet for a second, and I stood up, and I see this guy running from a apartment building next to me, which was not like a single-story apartment or 3-story apartment building. It was like a multi-apartment building. This guy running down the street. And he turns around and he's firing back down the street. And he was a bad guy, drug dealer, and he was shooting at cops. And I see this, it was like a 82 Firebird or something. I don't know shit about cars, but it was a Firebird. It comes tearing ass down the street, and it pulls a fishtail and basically, kind of hits the guy. The guy runs into the car, however the cops want to phrase it. But he kind of gets put down. And then you hear a bunch of people yelling in the street, and about 2 minutes later, you hear about 27 gunshots just fire off in a row, and it's loud. These were pistols, like Glock standard police issues, and you just hear all these shots fire off, and you're like, what the fuck? And of course, I didn't get up and go outside and see what was going on. I was just like, okay. So I go to sleep. The next day, I get up and I start walking to school, and I have to walk past this apartment building, and I notice all these like huge blood stains on the sidewalk, and I'm like, oh shit, someone got like murdered out here. Well, what happened is that in this bottom floor of this apartment building is there these guys that were selling crack, coke, heroin, like all the hard stuff, and they had a pit bull in a cage in the apartment that just ate shit and slept there, and they would just feed it like coke and crack and whatever, and just keep this thing riled up, poke sticks at it, keep them riled up. So when these cops came in to raid them, because you can't live too long doing that, when they came in to raid these guys, they evacuated and ran out windows and doors or whatever. They let the pit bull go. It ended up taking 27 shots to put a pit bull down. He came up 2 flights of stairs.
Holy shit!
Oh my god!
Yeah, cop ended up using 2 clips out of his 9mm, and then another officer had to finally put the dog down. So that dog traveled probably in essence like 200 plus feet, just getting riddled with bullets the whole time, and ended up dying on the sidewalk. And that's what all those blood stains were.
It's like Scarface.
A dog full of crack.
27.
Yep.
It's like Scarface.
27 shots.
Yeah, it was a big dog, dude. It wasn't like a tiny little like baby pit bull. Like this was a full grown dog. Just
God.
yeah, coked out of its mind.
All right. That was pretty good. So who's going next?
I'll go next and either buy Tmartn and Dunkus time or at least show them that I'm much better at this. And I'm doing this on the fly as well.
Wait. Can I just say one thing first? Verbal has never won one of these in 11 episodes, so do not disappoint me.
We have to bring that up every single time. Verbal has won.
Yes.
Because I'm trying to influence both the guest and the stream at the same time, just not to hurt you. It works every time.
This story actually came up over the last couple of days because we were out in the ocean and playing around a bit, and these type of things come up. Is anyone a surfing fan?
Ocean?
No comment.
Awesome, you win.
My girlfriend's in the next room, dude. No comment. Are you guys surfing fans? So, like, does anyone surf? Does anyone?
Yeah, I do.
You surf? Seriously? Nice.
Yeah,
longboard or surfboard or
short.
Really? What size? What's your board?
I'm 6'4". I usually surf around anywhere from 6'3" to 6'6".
Nice. A little gun or?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I mean, I got a couple boards. I live in Illinois, so I mean, I don't get out much. I was born in Florida. That's how I started. So I just borrow friends' boards when I go places.
You and me could be friends in real life. I'm liking you already. So I'm like, okay, so Tmar will get this, but when you start to learn to surf, you really need to be like fucking like learning to walk at the same time. If you're learning to surf and learning to walk, by the time you're 15, not a problem at all. But if you start learning to surf when you're like, 25, 26, you are screwed. There's no way you're going to learn to surf. It's just mind-bogglingly difficult to do.
Right.
And I came to Hawaii, and there I am. Is like, it's got that male ego thing that gets in the way as well, where it's like, oh, I can get on a and what Tmartn just described his board is basically the surfboard you see in the movies, the one with a really pointy tip. It's probably got really thin rails, am I right? And it wobbles like a little motherfucker, but you can get up on it and actually surf.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the rest of us would have no clue what I just said, and at the same time would have no ability to get up on a surfboard. Basically, anytime a wave hits a board, it's going to move really, really. It's going to be tough to get that thing to actually go where you want it to go. So when you start surfing, you should longboard. You should get up on a big, nice, like basically a surfboard that's a boat, basically. So it's ridiculously easy to actually get up on the board. Now, me being sort of 26, 27, did not think about this. And I was like, oh, no, I'm going to get up on one of these tiny little boards, the type that Tmartn just described. And I go out with a buddy of mine, and I probably went surfing, I want to say like 3 or 4 times. For Dunkus and T and anyone else in the stream doesn't know, I lived in Hawaii for a few years from like 26 to 29.
Nice.
Yeah, it was fun. I was actually born there as well, but I grew up in England, and long story short, I come back and I'm learning to surf, and I'm out on the North Shore of Oahu. The surf is ridiculous out there. It's like the stupidest place on the planet to learn to surf. And I'm out there with a buddy of mine, and he's trying to explain to me why I shouldn't be on a shortboard and how, it's really hard to get up on that when you're just learning, and the ego's in the way and I'm being an idiot. Now, if anyone knows anything about surfing or has seen the film Point Break, you understand the concept that a wave will break pretty much in the exact same spot over and over and over again. And it just hits that spot. And it's usually because of natural conditions like a reef or, that's just where the wave naturally builds its power. But it's nature. It's not ever going to stay in one spot all the time. It'll move around all the time. And one of the more dangerous moments for a surfer is when you have an outside break, and it's breaking outside, meaning that it's it was in one spot and now it's 15 feet further out or 5 feet further out or something, which means you need to paddle at the wave so you don't get stuck in the wave. That's exactly what happened to me. And basically, it's called going over the falls, and it's that moment where the sort of the round shape of the wave picks you up at the bottom, puts you on top, and then ducks you down again like you're in a washing machine, all within the space of, half a second, a quarter of a second, something ridiculous like that. My buddy had got out. He got past the break and duck dive underneath it. And I'm in the break, and I got hit. Like, a set of waves is anywhere between like maybe 5 waves and maybe a max of like maybe 9 to 10 waves. And waves literally come in sets. Like, they'll come in and there'll be a little bit of a lull, and then the next set of waves will come in. So I got pounded. I think I actually went over the falls on like the second break. And then I was in the washing machine for like 7, 8 things, and it's like the wave just pounds on top of you, and you get up to the point where you can take a breath, and then you're down, and it's hit you again. I got out from him, and my buddy looks to me, and he's like, I mean, there's nothing you can do at that point. If you got a friend stuck in the break, it's not like you can rescue them. Like, they're screwed. They got to get themselves out of it, and there's really not much else to it. So I get up to him, and I'm like, exhausted, destroyed, like collapsed on this tiny little gun board, and he looks at me, he's like, well, at least you're alive. So that's like the first moment I ever came like seriously close to getting killed and actually like drowning.
This is
go on.
Oh, go ahead. I was gonna say, is this like when you were first learning to surf?
Yep. This is like my 4th session out, maybe my 3rd session out.
Oh, man.
Yeah. So that was my first time nearly getting drowned, and my second time happened 30 seconds later when we got caught in the rip, and we noticed that we were going out to sea really freaking fast, like really, really fast. And when you're caught in a rip, it's basically like water goes in at the shore of the break, and then it comes back out in channels on either the left or right side. And we got in one of those channels, and we were getting dragged out to sea. And the only thing you can do is either try and swim left or try and swim right and get out of the rip, and then go back to ocean. And obviously I survived, but shit, I landed on that beach and I'm like freaking heaving and coughing, and there's more water in my lungs than air. And yeah, that was a start learning to surf when you're 4 years old, not when you're 24 years old. It's a big difference. And that was yeah.
You won't catch me surfing anytime soon.
Yeah, me neither, man.
Yeah.
I'm alright in the water, but that whole surfing thing is not for me. But all right, so who else has one? Do Tmartn and Dunkus, do you guys got one at all?
I don't know. I've been trying to think.
You don't have to. I mean, if you don't, we'll just get you guys to judge.
Yeah, I don't know if I can top either of those.
Oh, come on. Mine was weak. It was the last second. That was terrible.
Sasvin had a good one where he just projectile vomited.
And shit everywhere.
Yeah, all over the shower. And,
Wait, what?
Yeah. Okay, so... Well, I'm not going to tell it, but he just basically got really, really sick off of, I think it was American food when he just moved here. And he ended up being on the toilet, having huge amounts of diarrhea, and vomiting, like projectile vomiting all over the shower at the same time. And like his wife walks in and she's like, nope, I'm not having any of this, and just walks out.
Oh my god.
Poor guy.
He probably holds the title for the best one-up story on FNG podcast ever.
I can do another. I can do another one-upper story just to like one up everyone.
Larry has another one.
Yeah, I can do another one.
Jesus, Larry.
Just to keep it going. If that's what needs to happen.
I'm trying to think of one, but
One up yourself. Let's hear it.
All right, cool. Here we go. All right, so you guys know I'm in the military. I was in a A school, tech school, whatever you want to call it, which is basically where you learn your trade. And I was in Mississippi, right down near Gulfport, where Katrina ruined everything. And when I joined the military, I was 19, so I was underage. So you can't drink alcohol or anything like that, or you're not supposed to. Which doesn't mean that someone with my bountiful liver can't handle. So, of course, I drank underage. So what we do is we go to a local hotel. There'd be like 7 or 8 guys. We'd have one person that's 21, and they'd all go out and buy alcohol, or that person would go out and buy alcohol, and we just kind of hang out in a hotel room, not get in trouble, and just get wasted. And so we had this one guy from Boston in this place called Southie. If you guys have ever heard of that, or I mean, like, I don't even know how to describe how someone from Southie comes with an accent. You can't understand what they're saying. Like, I'm from Massachusetts, and I could not understand what the fuck this guy would say because there was no R in his mouth at all. Like, he couldn't even pronounce an R. Like, even if you just told him to say R, he couldn't say R. And anyways, so we go out, and it was like a Saturday afternoon. We got the weekend off. So we go out, and this kid starts drinking Southern Comfort, SoCo. And he drank a pint in a CC's Pizza. If you guys don't know what that is, it's a shitty pizza restaurant or pizza chain all around the country. And he pounded a pint real quick. It was like 12 o'clock in the afternoon. By 2 o'clock, he pounded another pint. By 6 o'clock at night, he was passed out on the one-bedroom hotel that we all got. We had that one-bedroom hotel room. The bathtub was full of beer. We had 8 guys in there playing cards, shooting shit, getting wasted. So by 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, we're all fucking bored. And this one guy's laying there, passed the fuck out. So we just start giving him Charlie horses, just pounding the shit out of his legs. All right, so we're all 8 of us are just pounding him in the legs, giving him Charlie horses for days, and he's not moving. Like, we're trying to wake him up. We're hungry. We want to go to Waffle House for breakfast. And he wouldn't wake up. So we just do this for probably like an hour and a half. And finally, like, we get bored. We're all fucking exhausted. We're just fucking dead tired. We're whatever. This guy's not waking up. No big deal. So finally, he just starts moving and wakes up. And he's like, oh. And he's like, sits up and he's like, my fucking legs hurt. And we just played dumb. And we're like, oh, no shit, dude. That's crazy. What the hell happened to you? And he's like, oh. And he goes to like move his legs, but he couldn't. So he like literally takes his hands and moves his legs from a laying position to like he's sitting on the bed. And he goes to stand up and instantly collapses on the floor. And he's like, what the fuck happened? Basically, end of the story is like, we told him like 2 days later what we did to him, but we had to carry him to Waffle House, which was 3/4 of a mile away, to go eat breakfast and carry him back. He couldn't walk for 3 fucking days.
Wow. That's just mean.
Yeah.
Beat a guy to death, and that's your one-up story. Is that what it is?
Well, yeah.
Good job, buddy. All right, so either we go straight to voting or somebody else steps up with a story. Should we go vote?
I said we vote.
Yeah,
We vote for verbal.
Right, so, to make this easier, stream, you either have to put verbal or Larry 1 or Larry 2. His first one is that whole story. I forget, Larry. Help me out here.
Wow,
Pitbull.
seriously?
Pitbull.
Yeah, Pitbull, drug dealers. Oh, I win right off the top. Look at that. They're just flowing in.
Larry, we got a lot of Larrys. We got one verbal.
I say Larry 1.
Yeah,
Larry 1 is Larry 1 and Larry 2, good job the same. Alright,
Nice.
so I guess we're going to have to award once again the FNG 1-Up Story podcast winner to Larry 1 story.
Screw you, Larry.
Verbal's gonna have to come
Sorry,
up with, like, 5
buddy.
stories, man.
I think we need to come up with a new segment for our podcast and not have that story.
Let's call it the Verbal
I
Always
suck
Wins
at-
This segment.
Yeah, right.
Let's call it Verbal's sales advertising stories, because you'll win the shit out of that, dude.
Oh, yeah.
You got that all day.
He got into like a
true.
15-minute thing with Drifter last time about advertising. It was hilarious. But I think Larry has a weird news for us this week, don't you, Larry?
I do. I only actually have one weird news story. I don't know if anyone saw it out there, but basically 5 kids broke into this lady's home, stole a whole bunch of shit, and I don't know where they went, where they got caught, but they started snorting what they thought was a huge thing of cocaine or heroin or whatever they thought it was, and it was actually this lady's dog's ashes and her father's ashes.
No.
Wait. So they get into this house, they start stealing shit, they see
Yep.
some white powder, they're like, wait. Let's snort this up.
No, they took the urn. The urn. Like, they thought this urn
They stole
was...
it too. Okay.
Yeah, they thought the urn was like this big, huge fucking face of cocaine
Because I
or
thought that they were
heroin.
storing it like during the robbery.
No, that's what I thought when I started when I heard about this
Wow.
story. No, but they took it and they went somewhere and snorted like dead people and dead dogs.
Did they get high off of that shit?
No, they fucking got sick, dude. Are you serious?
That's gross. That's really weird, dude.
Don't you
That's
associate like ashes and like urn with dead people and not like cocaine? I don't know.
Usually.
It's like,
What I don't understand is like you can tell what ashes are. You know, like it leaves remnants on your fingers and shit like that. It smears everywhere.
It's almost like when like you smoke a cigarette, when you get that on your hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And nope, they didn't know. So I guess it goes to show that public schools are failing our country
wait.
yet again.
I think Tino is had that picture on the stream of the three guys. They don't
Yeah.
look like the smartest tools in the shed. Tino, can you put that back up?
Clearly.
Geniuses. No. Oh
Wow.
my god, G. You gotta put that back up, dude. I gotta see those guys. Because clearly. Alright.
You're not paying attention if you're stealing someone's urn. What type of dumbass thinks that someone like I'm sure that urn was like on a mantelpiece as well. It's like, oh yeah, we'll just leave our entire coke stash out in this urn-shaped device on our mantelpiece.
They look stoned from those ashes if you look at that.
One on the left.
Yeah, dude. He looks. Oh my god. Yo.
He looks like he's dying. That's what he does.
And T, can you scroll down to show the urn? Because it clearly looks like an urn. Like it doesn't look like a cocaine jar. Like I'm not even. Look at that. Like seriously, like, who stores cocaine in that shit? Come on, man.
Dude, I don't know, but it's just one of those things that like you read and you're like, wow, really? It's just I don't know, dude. Fucking mind blowing.
All right. So verbal, since you've been like you were there halfway through the podcast, you got anything you want to say before we wrap things up?
No, I apologize. I was gone, guys, but I had a damn good time in St. Thomas, so I don't
Get
feel
outta
too
here.
guilty.
Yeah.
That's where you went? Get out of here, dude.
Yeah, get out of here. It's 18 degrees here.
Screw you.
Oh, dude, it's minus 25 Fahrenheit here, so
Where you
Oh,
at?
man.
get on my level. I'm from Quebec, Montreal.
Oh, another Canadian. Wow.
Keep fucking up everywhere. Him and Juicer freaking gang up on me all the time. It's retarded.
No, dude, he fucking talks about his Vancouver Connects the whole time, and it's not. I don't know, but
I tell you,
feel
get
me.
playing
I
today
feel
was
me and Bash would get along really well. Because
I never met so many Canadians until I got into YouTube stuff.
Oh, I know, dude.
Every third person is from Canada.
Do you think we all live under rocks, but we like come out for YouTube?
Oh, it's like I didn't
Yeah.
think they even had internet up in Canada.
and go to igloo school.
Oh yeah. These guys think I sell ice to fucking.
I didn't even think they had internet up there.
Oh my god.
Dude,
They
I
just
haven't
got a
worn
whole bunch of
socks for,
gerbils in cages.
I'm not even gonna go into the whole whatever.
Dude, I haven't worn socks for like 4 days straight. I put on socks today on the plane, and it was
That's
like,
just disgusting, verbal. I don't want to hear.
don't
about
wear
your
socks in the tropics, man. You don't want like your feet gets all hot and sweaty. Like you wouldn't do that anyway.
That's an old man problem, buddy.
Dude,
Feet
Rex
are fine.
Ryan would love you. All I'm saying.
What are you guys talking about? You wear flip flops or slippers in like have you guys never been somewhere tropical? Seriously?
You wear flip flops, yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to rip on verbal, but it's not working, so whatever.
No.
It was bad because I spent 3 days or 4 days in beach, and I had dinner on the beach on Thursday night. That was kind of sweet.
I've actually been to St. Thomas, and it's a really nice place. Like I've been to the islands around there, like Puerto Rico, Martinique, and Guadeloupe. It's a really nice place.
Yep.
It's, I'm not gonna lie. That's like where rich people go on vacation. Like it's not like Mexico or something. It's fucking St. Thomas, man. It's
I have a
the
new
shit.
favorite drink, by the way. You guys should try this. It's called a
Dicks?
painkiller.
A what?
It's not called Dicks. It's called painkiller.
And
I
what is
almost
it?
feel like Woody and the guys should be drinking it during painkiller already. It's mainly pineapple juice, so it's like 3 parts pineapple juice, 1 part orange juice, like a little dash of coconut in there.
Why don't you just have a Mike's Hard Lemonade and
Is there
call
any
it
liquor
fucking
in
day,
there?
pussy?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Sounds like a chick drink.
Well, you're in the tropics. What do you want? Like everything comes with fucking like umbrellas and straws and shit. Like you don't drink a beer down there. Like come on,
Verbal brings out his feminine side on the beach. He's like, "I'll have a pina colada, please."
Dude, that's awesome.
Strawberry daiquiri for you.
What's wrong with that, dude? Those things rock.
I just go to Mexico and get Coronas, and those are fine. They work.
Before we wrap this up though, because I appreciate you guys who've got lives rather than just sitting around and chatting with us, and thank you guys both for joining us, especially having my back while I was, running from the airport.
We're better than you, anyways.
Yeah, that doesn't take a lot. Let's be honest. But has anyone talked about who the next guest will be?
No, we haven't.
Nope.
We didn't want to spoil it. But
I think we should tease at least.
It's up to you, dude.
I think we should let them know because here's the thing. I think our next guest is quite a celebrity in the YouTube circles, and I think we as FNGs are still very, very unknown. Like it's very rare for anyone to know about us. So it's like we have a small following in comparison to basically anything else. So to me, it's kind of like we've been lucky enough to get all of you guys, and it's been really cool. Like Dunkus was really up for this. Apparently, Tmartn when he got in touch with me, and Mike helped helped me get in touch with Tmartn and a few other guys, and you guys have all been really sort of cool with saying, yeah, sure, that sounds like fun. Why not hang around and chat for an hour? So we really appreciate all of you guys, and teasing it a little bit seems like a good thing to do. I think at least. So here's one thing to me that I wanted to do is try and give everyone that listens to FNG live, the chance to know as well as anyone else who listens on the podcast and the people who follow our channels, which are like tiny. We've got tiny little channels, but give you guys a chance to ask questions for next week. So if you got something that you think might be interesting, then give us a shout on our channels, YouTube PM us or shoot us a note on Twitter or something. And Larry, why don't you give away our next guest?
I get to do it?
Why not?
Okay. You guys ever heard of that site called Huppet?
Yeah.
We had one of the founders on here, so I guess I'll just say we'll have the other guy on here, whoever that other guy is.
That other guy.
Oh, he's unknown.
Yeah, that weirdo. No one knows him. Yeah.
Well, Tmartn, we figured we'd give him a little bit of exposure, trying to.
Wait, is he gonna be? How old was Sasman? Was he older than you, Verbal?
I forget. I think he is. I think he's older than me. I think he's like 32 or 33. No, I think he's like 34 even. He's an old man. Like I'm young in comparison to both him and that.
You're still too old for sex, dude. Please make that a trending topic on Twitter. Verbal is too old for sex. Pound sign, Verbal is too old for sex. I'm gonna bring it to fucking Gold Glove's tiny penis status. Trust me.
That's not cool. I actually just did a search for that on YouTube or on Twitter. There's actually a lot of these little fuckers, and I blame you for this TryHard.
Love it. All right.
That's funny.
So yeah, we're gonna have Woody on next week, and tune in once again Sunday nights at about 8:30, 9:30 Eastern Time Central for the live stream. So any final words, guys?
This was fun. Thanks for having me
Dunkus,
on.
thanks a lot, guys. We really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thanks.
If you ever want me to come back, just let me know. I'll be glad.
Well, yeah, actually, because we would like to have you for a full on episode, because this was basically Tmartn's episode, and we had you to fill in for Verbal, but Verbal got back like an asshole, so we would love to have you back as a primary guest, if that's fine with you.
Yeah, just let me know on Skype.
Cool, man. So to everybody in the stream, have a good night, and to everybody on the podcast, that was cool. So see ya.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace.